product absolutely needs to be the hero.
The luxury has become almost a standard.
We are lucky to be in this part of the world because this is where the luxury is happening.
I feel that we're in a very interesting time in Dubai, where the luxury has become almost a standard. So any new project that's coming out has to kind of trump the other. So I feel what that's happening is it's shifting the consumer behavior, and people who weren't doing luxury are starting to do luxury. It's going to become a very saturated market, and that's going to force the consumer behavior to shift. And we're going to see something really interesting happening in that space. Moving forward, all this influx of people that are moving to Dubai are gonna have a huge say in the consumer behavior of our market, and it's not gonna be very, which I believe is very polarizing nowadays, where you either have the ultra high net, luxury, or you have something that looks like that. I feel that there's a huge middle market. Currently, it's not really there.
I think historically, luxury was perceived to perhaps be gold and very fine materials. We're now starting to see this kind of new wave come in, the quiet luxury. So think about brands like Loewe, where it's a lot more textural, because that's really bringing the narrative of that brand to life. But it's how that's done in a refined way.
I see it in the experience. Rather than a bunch of products stacked on the shelves, I see it in seamless integration of technology and tactile and non-tactile experiences. I see it in careful curation of the furniture, modularity seen more as a rhythm and harmony and balance rather than repetition and something that is generic.
So when it comes to retail, there's not one material that fits all brands. We also try to source locally, so the quality and endurance needs to be tested. Even if it's the same material being used 3 times, the local production house might be different, so the quality or grade of material may differ. The wall finishes and your actual surrounding finishes are not high touch points. They are aesthetic. They provide an overall experience of the opulence and what you're paying for. Whereas if you go to a fragrance house or cosmetic brand, these are much higher touch point environments, and therefore the material does need to be more durable. Perhaps it needs to be treated differently.
I believe in the luxury, multiple factors are key. Definitely the customer service, etc. But also when you walk in any luxurious interior design or any building, luxury speaks for itself in terms of quality. Specifically, if any person from the field, consultant, designer or architect, they walk in, they can feel if the quality is there in the joints, in the flooring, in the marble, in the type of wood, in any building material applied, and it gives a complete feel about this luxury.
We have some brands that now are going toward this direction. We have worked on a project in which they required the LEED certificate. And to meet this kind of criteria, you have to take it at a very early stage, since the planning stage, so you know exactly how you will be meeting your target, how you will be meeting this level of sustainability, but at the same time not compromising on the cost and not exploiting the budget, and staying also in the time frame.
I think the sustainability needs to be understood properly, and it's not just about which materials we use, it's how those materials age, what we do with them after their first life, during their second life, what kind of items or FF&E items we choose within our space.